Once again, from the bottlers of Dr. Pepper, it's the Hotel Orloff television program, and it's once again a beautiful snowy day here in Nome, Alaska. And we're going to look at DVDs this time. Okay, lots of requests, people wanting to look at DVDs and Blu-rays, so let's do it. We're waiting on Donald Trump to appear in Iowa. Drew the dog is here, and there's Alan the cat. And so how are you guys doing? Let's look at Blu-rays first. I still haven't fully organized everything since the move here. But got stumbling on the stairs. But we decided a couple years ago to move here to Bogota, Colombia. And we're living here in an old hotel that was built in 1854. And gradually I'm still getting unpacked and putting things in order. Let's see, is the light working here? No, the light does not work. So we're not going to be able to, I have to replace this light. But how does anybody replace a light bulb way up there? That looks pretty scary to me. But anyway, okay. Oh, this must be the light bulb I planned to put up there. I guess I'll replace the light bulb. We can do that here live on the program, if I can find the step ladder. Here's a skull I've had since I was in second grade. One of my prized possessions from my childhood. Okay, step ladder. Where's the step ladder? Okay, step ladder. Oh, it's probably in the library downstairs. Because we're not going to be able to see the Blu-rays unless I replace that light. So, light bulb. No, the step ladder is not here. When did I last have to? Oh, there's the step ladder. Because I had to change a light bulb in here in the lobby recently. Okay, I should have done this first. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. There's Ellen the cat. What's up, Ellen the cat? Okay. Now let's replace that light bulb. Now it's probably going to be one of those curly Q bulbs with mercury in it, because the previous owner of this hotel liked to use those bulbs. I can't stand them myself. When Obama was president, I think he banned incandescent light bulbs. And then they came back under Trump, and yeah, I don't know what the current state of everything is. don't even know how this light bulb, this fixture is configured. Oh, I see. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, definitely. That is definitely a dead light bulb. We're on the third level of the Hotel Orloff. There's the basement, there's the first level. Well, the main level, this is considered the third floor, even though from the street you think it's the second floor. And then there's the attic, that's the fourth floor. They had this rigged where they could put a washer and dryer here, but we used the washer and dryer connections in the basement. There looks like there'd been a leak here in the ceiling. It's all nasty looking. Horrific, actually. But this is where I put the Blu-rays, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully this light fixture works. I don't know. Hopefully this is a good light bulb also. Okay, now we need to turn on the light switch. Voila, ladies and gentlemen. So I need to clean the crud out of this yucky thing, dead bugs and stuff. Where would I put that? All right. And I can use this step ladder that I was stepping on, this stool, to sit on, and I can show you the discs, I suppose. I get a little dizzy getting up here on this stool. I've got a fear of heights. But this is good to have this light finally working. I think it worked for a while. Okay. Okay, fantastic. All right, so I need to wash my hands. I've got dead bug particles on my hands. So that's one step. We got something accomplished here today. I knew I needed to do stuff, and I wanted to change that light bulb. Whoa. So, you guys enjoying the snow today? Here in Lima, Peru, it snows often. We're up at the top of Mount Kurosawa. Okay. All right. All right. We'll do it like this. Okay, wonderful. Fantastic. Okay. Okay. Whoa. What do we have here? So you need to see. We have the 1950s Titanic, Barbara Stanwyck. Or is it late 40s? I think it's late 40s. Maybe it's 30s. I don't know. What is this? I didn't know I owned this movie. Salem Witch Trials. I don't even know what it is. Must have gotten it for $2 at, what was that place called? Not, man, I can't remember the name of it. What is that place called? Big Lots. They would have Blu-rays for nothing, and I must have said, okay. Here's Gamera. Whoa, whoa! See, that's the horrible way they had rigged the washer dryer connections there, ladies and gentlemen. So it's the deplorable living conditions here. Before you think that we're wealthy, and it's kind of a shit show here, ladies and gentlemen. A passport. This is our passport when we went to Bogota. This is my mom's passport. Look at this. She's got a picture of me there. See, that's me. That's the passports when we went to Germany. Okay, I got everything here. This is Gamera, Guardian of the Universe, and Gamera 2, Attack of the Legion. We'll go through all the movies I own. Keep you guys happy. You can't see the top of my head. All right. Dracula has risen from the grave. See, it's $4.99. I still haven't taken a lot of these things out of the sleeves. It's really embarrassing, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't even know we joined some stupid, my wife, never mind. Before Disney turned evil, we joined a Disney, they gave you a discount. You got a certain number of discs each month, and I don't even know what this is. Onward. We've never watched it. It's Godzilla Tokyo SOS and Godzilla Final Wars. I have an idea. Maybe I should look at this, man. They used a roll of toilet paper and put it there. That's some high class home maintenance. This is previous owners I'm talking about. Maybe if I move you over like this, I'll have more light. What? Oh, this is a card from my wife. What is that? Oh, it's a picture. I don't know who this person is, but I've adopted her as part of my family. Sometimes you find pictures at antique malls, and it's like, well, she can just be part of my family since whoever originally was related to her has abandoned the photo. Yeah, anyway. Just finding stuff everywhere. Oh, hold on. What is that? Oh, hold on. Whoa. It's gotta be a better way, ladies and gentlemen. How about putting the camera over here? You guys want to see these DVDs? You made my life so complicated doing it. How dare you? With you and your request. All right. How about this? Okay. Oh no, that's not going to work at all. My gosh. There must have been a horrific leak here at one time. Yeah, nice. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Now you're too far away. Here's Goodfellas. Here's MacArthur, which no, this isn't the movie that was financed by Sun Myung Moon. That was Incheon. And you know, I haven't bought many movies in a long time. 1917 was the last movie we saw in a theater before the pandemic started, and then Hollywood just stopped making any decent movies. This is a remake of Evil Dead. Yeah, I haven't. Here's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Guess I should try to remove these ugly stickers. But this is Bride of Frankenstein on Blu-ray. This is Batman Assault on Arkham. I'm glad I'm looking at these because I had no idea I even owned some of these movies. This has the 3D and the 2D versions of Creature from the Black Lagoon. Somewhere we've got a 3D Blu-ray player somewhere in the house. I think it's in the attic. And we have glasses. I have no idea. I think I know where they are, but Stallone Bullet to the Head. I've never watched that. I didn't even know I owned it. It's really weird. It's like I'm looking at someone else's movie collection. Why did I buy Hercules 3D? Here's Marley and Me. I think these are purchases from Big Lots where you could get like 5 movies for $10. That's got to be what it is. Here's Ghostbusters. Here's Casino Royale. I don't even know what this is. Inherent Vice. I've never watched it. Yeah, that's what it is. Big Lots had $5 movies. Here's Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, which I need to let my wife know because she's wanted to watch Marilyn Monroe movies. So, anyway. Here's Gods and Generals. Here's Godzilla meets versus the Sea Monster. Blues Brothers, Never-Ending Story 2. I've never watched Never-Ending Story 2. I didn't even know I owned it. Oh man, everything's in horrible order here. Here's Dr. No. My wife wanted to get this Cruella movie, but Dr. No should be with the other James Bond movies. Star Crash, Sky Captain, and the World of Tomorrow. This is just real common stuff I'm showing you. The better stuff will probably be the stuff in the DVD collection down in the basement. Here's Patton, Runaways, Starship Troopers. When Patton first came out on Blu-ray, um, they used something to scrub away all the film grain, so everyone looked like they were embalmed. This came out later. This is not that version because they heard the complaints from all the film fans. Because people, the morons of today, the TikTok generation that scrolls their phone, they think they've only seen digital movies and they don't understand what film grain is. So when they see film grain, they think something's wrong with the disc, and they get upset, and so but real people that really know movies understand what film grain is. Here's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Man, these things stick together because they used to have little. Was that the little? They used to put little, I think, metal things to keep people from stealing these at the store. And that they start sticking to each other. There's Terminator 2, Super Bad. Ooh, Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. Oh, I was just thinking about this movie last night, The Searchers. I'm gonna pull this out because I was at my favorite restaurant and they had everything in there is John Wayne decorations, and there was a big picture of John Wayne from The Searchers, because John Wayne was born 50 miles north of here in Winterset, Virginia, because we're here in Rural Retreat, Virginia. Sound of Music. Blah, blah, blah. The original Star Trek. Oh, this is the TV show, Star Trek. And it lets you see the real episode and then the screwed up digital remake where they replaced all the special effects with digital stuff. But I don't have season 2 or 3 on Blu-ray. I do have all of the series on DVD. Here's Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, which was the best of the movies. I have Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. What is this? What? Oh, they changed the name. It's Raiders of the Lost Ark, but they're calling it Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. No, it wasn't called that. And I've got like a metal cased version of Scarface that I've never taken out of the shrink wrap. This has got to change, man. I'm not even taking this stuff out of it. A lot of it's because I moved and it's been so hectic, Rock and Roll High School, Road Warrior, and there hasn't been as much chance to watch TV because we've been watching so many shows, trying to just figure out what's going on in the world, because it seems like, are we in the end times? This is okay. Who knows what's happening, man? This is $7 Butch Cassidy and the Sundance. It's 3 great westerns. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and the Magnificent Seven. Here's the first Terminator. I should put it with the other Terminator. Straw Dogs. Oh boy, Terminator. Where was Terminator? I should probably alphabetize everything. Wouldn't you think that would be the thing to do? I think I need to do that. I will do that one day. I don't even know what this movie is. I don't know what Role Models is. I don't even. I've never watched it. Here's Rambo. This is when Rambo came back and it was just ultra violent. Oh man, this is a terrible movie. Sucker Punch. This is when Zack Snyder first showed himself to be completely talentless. Someone that just should be making music videos. And then he absolutely proved it with Army of the Dead, and now apparently with this new Star Wars pastiche, which is called Rebel Moon. Here's Mad Max Fury Road. I took my wife to see it. She hated it. And Quo Vadis. Then we have Bambi. Looks like a 2-disc essential collection of Betty Boop. Why is there tape? Who would have taped these together? What kind of madness is this? Why is there... There's no telling this what I find after that move, that crazy move here to Bogota. What the heck? My wife was interested in these Monster High dolls, and it looks like I bought a couple of these Monster High movies for her. I'm just showing you everything, even the embarrassing stuff. Here's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. There's a castle in this that was... someone just commented. Personally, I was hoping people are losing trust in CGC. It's a comment someone just put up on my last episode, where we had a very serious and sober discussion of the CGC scandal. Here's JFK. It's a bigger... It's like a... It's got a book in it. And, yeah, this is a little bit bigger. It's like the size of a DVD. All right, next shelf. Camelot, still not taken out. Blade 2, still not taken out. Blade 2 was... I don't think I ever saw Blade 3 or anything past that. But I love Blade 2. I had seen Blade 1. It was pretty good. But Blade 2 I thought was outstanding. That's before all the superhero movies hit. Here's Halloween. Here's Ford versus Ferrari. This... My friend Tom, who has since passed away, was one of the cameramen in Dallas when this was filmed. This ZZ Top live show, which I don't think I watched yet either. Spartacus. One of the great movies. What happened to Robert De Niro? I used to love Robert De Niro. It can't be the same guy that they call Robert De Niro now, but I guess it is. Cloverfield. I don't even know what Kronos is. What is this? I don't know what this is. I think it's just... Is it like a Koyana Squatsy kind of thing? I don't know. Let's see. This is Caligula. This is Pinocchio. And they're right next to each other on the shelf, which is complete insanity, I know. Gamera. Gamera Volume 1. Oh, it's a bunch of Gamera movies. Gamera the Giant Monster, Gamera versus Baragon, Gamera versus Gaios, Gamera versus Virus. This is a World War II movie called Fury that I forgot about, but it was pretty good. Wow. Seems like it was a few years ago, Hollywood was still making some good movies, but lately, I can't think of anything Hollywood's putting out. But I don't even know what Hollywood's putting out, because we have one movie theater in town, and they choose whatever movie they think will be successful. Right now they're playing Wonka, which I have no interest in seeing. A third generation Willy Wonka, and I don't know, they get a lot of Disney movies. This is that new Planet of the Apes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I like the old Planet of the Apes. This is Jason and the Argonauts. It's a mad, 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 mad world. This is Richard Linklater, Everybody Wants Some. It's about a baseball team in the 1970s. Enter the Dragon. This movie is absolutely great. Live, Die, and Repeat. I know it's a Tom Cruise movie, but trust me, it's great. I think it came out in theaters with the title Edge of Tomorrow, and then they decided the movie completely bombed. No one's heard of it. So on disc they call it Live, Die, Repeat. Evil Dead 2. Basically, the guy's caught in a loop where he's like a video game character. He keeps getting killed in this battle with these aliens or robots. I can't remember, but and then he keeps coming back, and it's like I don't know, Terminator meets Groundhog Day. It's good. It's like really good. Seriously good. You gotta trust me on that. That's the wrestling clock in the other room that I've had since the 90s. That was Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know if you could even hear that. You treat me like a dog and you expect me to smile. Excalibur, movie that I loved. Here's a double feature of Night of the Werewolf and Vengeance of the Zombies. Here's Gamera Volume 2, which should be with Gamera Volume 1, and now it is. Did I just show you Evil Dead 2? Maybe that should be up. Well, I don't know. I used to be buying these all the time, Blu-rays and DVDs, and then I don't know what happened. Well, I guess the pandemic happened, and it just changed my buying habits. And plus, I don't live anywhere where they sell them now. Yeah, oh, they don't sell them anywhere now. Even Best Buy doesn't sell them anywhere. Here's Flash Gordon. Ooh, I have Man of Steel. I didn't know any better. I hadn't seen it in theaters. I tried it. I bought it, watched it with my wife, and thought, boy, this is a joyless kind of letdown. But that was the beginning of that Zack Snyder universe. Here's Inglorious Bastards, Star Trek Into Darkness. Sometimes movies, I would buy movies that I hadn't seen, so I can't. Because I'm showing you a movie doesn't necessarily mean I'm endorsing it, that it's a great movie. Sometimes if a movie's terrible, I'll let you know it's terrible. What is this? 3-disc special edition. Oh, this is the first of the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies. This is the movie about Brian Wilson, Love and Mercy. Let me move this Pirates of the Caribbean out so I can move things around and put the Star Trek stuff kind of together. Everything was in kind of order back in Arlington, Texas, and then everything was packed up very quickly. Not always by me, and usually not by me. My mother-in-law, someone that was helping my mother-in-law, just all kinds of people were taking all my valuable, cherished stuff and putting it into boxes. And it's a very traumatic thing when you move a collection this big from one place to another. And yeah, whatever. Here's Kingsman: The Secret Service. This is Is this the sequel? I think if this is the first one, it's great. I think it is. Then there was a sequel that wasn't as good. Here's King Kong versus Godzilla, the real one from. Although that digital CGI one from a few years ago was good. I liked it. It was fun. This is the one from like 1963 or something. Here's John Carter. Here's a Gamera trilogy. Let's get these Gameras together too. Where were the other Gameras? Gamera. Oh, here's some more Gameras. Okay. CJ7. I hate these sleeves and the disc almost falls out. Did I even watch this? It's apparently a sequel to Death Race 2000 called Death Race 2050. I'm not sure if I watched this. If I did, it I completely forgotten it. which is not a good sign for the movie. Hacksaw Ridge. Here's the original Blood trilogy from Herschel Gordon Lewis. Blood Feast, 2000 Maniacs, Color Me Blood Red. They were the first of the really gory exploitation films in the 60s. And here's another triple feature: The Bible, The Greatest Story Ever Told, and The Robe, and Airport, the original Airport. I can't believe I have the Blood trilogy and then a trilogy of movies about Jesus right next to each other. Wow. What incentive? Oh, that's Airport again. Crimson Peak is made to look like a Hammer movie. It's very stylized. It's kind of, it's a lot of fun. Has a great look. It's kind of like The Love Witch. Has a great look. The look it's more, is it fair to say it's more style than substance? But the style's so great you don't really care. Something like Sky Captain's kind of like that too. Here's Krampus, Sausage Party. Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3, still haven't taken it out. Omega Man, great movie. Animal House, I thought was outstanding. My wife doesn't like it. I don't understand that, but you know. It's Mr. Sardonicus and the Brotherhood of Satan. The Mist. I'm glad I have The Mist. I thought I had to. Okay, Logan's Run, great movie. There was a time period when I was starving about 10, 12 years ago, and I took a whole, like an armload of DVDs to Half Price Books to sell them for nothing, just so I could afford to eat it taco bueno and not like collapse. And I sold The Mist, but it looks like I've replaced it with a Blu-ray version, so that's good. This movie, The Lone Ranger, is pretty, you know, they make the Lone Ranger dumb and Tonto is smart, which is weird because Tonto in Spanish is a word that means stupid, but anyway, it doesn't, you know, it's typical. They're going to make him look bad, you know, that's the way Hollywood thinks. But if you sit through this movie till the last half hour, or it's probably about the last 30 minutes or 25 minutes, suddenly it kicks into gear. And if this movie the whole movie had been like the last 30 minutes, and if Johnny Depp didn't have this stupid makeup on, it would have been one of the greatest movies ever. It would have, I don't know if it would have been like Raiders of the Lost Ark, but the last 30 minutes, it's a train scene. And Lone Ranger's jumping with Silver, his horse, off the roof of the train station onto the train. The horses they're riding on horses on top of a moving train. It's like unbelievable. And the William Tell overture kicks in with an amazing version. And so finally it's like what you went to the movies to see. I didn't see it in the theater. I saw it on disc. The Longest Day. This is a movie my father helped with when before I was born, when he was in France, and my family was in France, and he was like an advisor. He helped out somehow logistically with the shooting of this movie in France, and yeah, it's this is when Blu-ray was. The future is blue. But, you know, Blu-ray kind of started dying out, and then people kind of started going back to DVD, and then it just all fizzled out. Here's King Kong Escapes. I bought this. I didn't see it in the theater. I heard it was bad. I wanted to try it because I love the Lord of the Rings movies, and The Hobbit was just not, it just wasn't done as well. This King Kong Escape should go next to King Kong versus Godzilla. Now, that King Kong cartoon from the 60s has this is kind of is based on this movie. It has the same villain. Let's see, where was King Kong versus Godzilla? There it is. All right, we're already starting to get this organized a little bit better. Machete kills, and Machete, I think it's funny that the filmmaker, this Machete character appears in those Spy Kids movies as like their uncle in like G-rated, PG-rated kids movies, and that he's also in these ultra gory movies. This is Life Force, which everyone hated. It's based on a book called Space Vampires. It's made by Toby Hooper to look like a Hammer movie. It's even filmed in England, and it's everyone hated it. I kind of had fun with it. This is Metropolis. Look at that. It's like a lenticular thing. I didn't know I had Metropolis on Blu-ray. That is good. What else do we got here? Mad Monster Party. Robo Geisha. I really should try to remove these price tags from wherever that was, Best Buy, but maybe in the future that'll be cool to know how much you paid for it, and it'll be like a date stamp on a comic book. It'll it'll be like ironic that you got a Best Buy sticker, and now Best Buy doesn't even sell these things. This is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and I don't know if that comes before Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Maybe these Planet of the Apes movies are getting good. There was a trailer I saw for a new Planet of the Apes movie, but I don't know when that's supposed to come out. Here's 2001. It's the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Okay, that's shelf 2. This is obviously going to last several episodes. All of these going through DVDs. Here's that Sherlock Holmes with Iron Man in it. And the original Christmas classics. You got Frosty, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I need to remember that's there for next Christmas. Instead of trying to watch Rudolph off of YouTube, where it's probably edited and sped up. This is a documentary about pinball called Special When Lit. Here's Kick-Ass 2, which was very inferior to Kick-Ass, which was good. What is this? What is this? Here's the Three Stooges triple feature. They're feature films. Time Out for Rhythm, Rockin' in the Rockies, and Have Rocket Will Travel. L.A. Confidential. A movie about Amy Winehouse, which I don't remember watching. My wife's always on me. You got all these discs that you've never watched, and you've got all these books that you've never read. And I figure, well, when I retire, I'll watch them. Well, then I retired, and then the world fell apart, and I had to go back to work. And but they say on TV that the economy is really good right now, so they can't lie because it's against the law to lie on television. In the internet, you're not allowed to lie on the internet. Spaghetti westerns that no one's ever heard of: The Last Gun and $4 of Revenge. Hobo with a Shotgun. Yeah, they say, look at all the job growth. Yeah, because people have gone back to work. Amityville Horror, it's a remake. Shaun of the Dead. Toy Story 3, when Disney was still making decent stuff. Wait a second, I have another Airport? Let me take a look here. We already saw Airport. Wasn't that on the top shelf? The Airport, $4.99. I might have 2 copies of Airport. See, I'll figure this out. If I alphabetize this, it'll all become clear. Airport. I know I held up a copy of Airport to you. Where was it? Airport. Patton. Patton and Airport came out the same year. Oh, there it is. Is it the same edition? Yeah, I've got 2 copies of the same thing. That's what happens when you just don't even remember what you already own, and you're in best good Big Lots, and they've got stuff for sale. Okay, where am I? Yeah. Never mind. Here's The Outsiders. You Only Live Twice, which should be with the other James Bond movies. And here's Vampire Circus, which is comic book wise, you know, the character Tigra in Marvel Comics. I would say probably was inspired by this character. There's a girl with tiger, like a tiger girl in this movie. It's a Hammer movie. Okay. All right. So, You Only Live Twice. There was Dr. No up here somewhere, wasn't it? Is that what it was? Yeah. It goes next. Okay. Valkyrie. What? I have a Transformers movie. I have no idea how that happened. What? What? Fright Night 2? Why do I own that? I mean, the original Fright Night came out about 1985, 86. I enjoyed that, but I don't know what Fright Night 2 even is, and I don't remember buying it. Why would I have spent money on it? I don't know. Here's Iron Sky, which wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Here's Immortals. Just junk. Here's Clockwork Orange. Here's Heavy Metal. The Birds, still not taken out of the package. Why is that? Here's 300, which made everyone think that right after the remake of Dawn of the Dead, and then this came out, I thought Zack Snyder was going to be this great new filmmaker, and then look what he turned out. Yeah, he's a great filmmaker if he's got he's adapting a comic book and he just films every panel of the comic book. And yeah, Dawn of the Dead, there was an original movie that you know, people had goodwill for. This is 20 Million Miles to Earth, Ray Harryhausen, which I should probably put next to Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, if I could find where that was a minute ago. Here's Young Frankenstein. Wrath of the Titans, some CGI thing. I probably picked up sometimes I would pick up these movies for $3 just to see what they were like. Here's World War Z. I barely remember that movie. Here's 2 more of those Herschel Gordon Lewis movies, The Gore Girls and The Wizard of Gore. And you see when I go to the DVDs that I have a lot of the same stuff. There's going to be a lot of duplication because I bought everything on DVD and then I bought it again on Blu-ray. And in some cases, I'd already had it on Laserdisc before that. And they just kept forcing you to buy the same movie over and over again. Well, they didn't force you, but, you know, you're insane, so you keep doing it. Okay, where was Blood Feast? So how's your Saturday going, man? Oh, there it is. I'm watching the time because Donald Trump's going to be talking here in a little bit. Here's The Wild Bunch, a great modern Western. We Were Soldiers. Blade Runner, big thick Blade Runner, so it probably has several versions of it. Here's Blazing Saddles. Black Dynamite. Robin Hood, still in the shrink wrap. I'm going to put this over here because I think my wife would enjoy that. I mentioned it once and she said she'd never seen it. The Bible. Battle Royale. Why is that next to the Bible? I think that these were alphabetized at one time. More Godzilla. Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. Godzilla and Mothra. Godzilla and Mechagodzilla. Godzilla and Space Godzilla. These are like 1990s, early 2000s. Here's Spectre, which is one of the more recent James Bond movies that I think this is when they started to go kind of bad. And I never even saw the last one where there's supposed to be like a woman replacing James Bond or something. I just, I don't want to watch a movie that's just going to make me angry. Sister Street Fighter 2, Killing Machine, Shogun's Ninja, Kill Bill Volume 2, so next one will be Kill Bill Volume 1, Pink Panther, Rogue One. Was that before it went to Disney? I don't know. I was thinking, what are they doing? And now I know what they were doing. I was still willing to give everything a chance. Here's Star Wars, the original 3 movies, but they're altered. The special effects are altered. Oh man, I had The Force Awakens. It's before I realized how bad it was gonna get. I was still drinking the Kool-Aid. Let the Right One In, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And this was a cartoon version of the comic book that the kid was reading in the Watchmen movie, original graphic novel, comic books, whatever. Sorry. There's Sid and Nancy still in the shrink wrap. Grease. Oh, that's what that movie was called. I was trying to remember the name of this movie, The Green Inferno. That's the first time I'd ever heard of the social justice warrior, is when they were talking about how the social justice warriors are getting eaten in this movie. And I had to look up, what's a social justice? Or maybe they're calling them SJWs. I had to look it up. This is Vincent Price in House of Wax 3D. Does it have the 2D version too in it? Yeah. I hope it does. Anyway, this is House of Wax, a great movie. A remake of Mystery in the Wax Museum from the 30s. How the West Was Won. This is the one, it's got a whole book. It's got the movie, and it's in Cinerama, so it's like they recreate the look of the Cinerama screen. You gotta watch it to see what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, what are these down here? It's the Gauntlet with that really cool Frazetta painted cover. Hold on. Okay. Galaxina and the Crater Lake Monster. I don't know. Frankenstein's Army. This is something a friend of mine gave me, the FP. I kind of remember it. These came from down here. My back's starting to kill me. Let's see. Where am I? Oh. Forbidden Planet, Drag Me to Hell, Battle of the Bulge, Battle of Britain, Atlas Shrugged, The Asphyx, American Graffiti. First time I saw The Asphyx, I was like, so cool. It was on the Channel 11 it was on the Channel 11 on an independent channel. It must have been in the 80s, and my oldest brother was he had pneumonia, and he was sick on the couch and was coughing up stuff, and that movie was playing. I wouldn't turn the movie off. I was a real a-hole. It's like, and I think my mother wanted me to turn the movie off. It's like I knew I would never see that movie again. I'd never heard of the movie, and what the heck is this? But anyway, it's a movie about this creature that appears whenever someone's about to die, and it's like floating in the. Probably not the best thing when someone's like feeling like they're about to die. I don't know what this movie is. I have no idea. It's never taken to the shrink. What is The Dead? I don't know what that is, man. Day the Earth Stood Still. Here's the Dawn of the Dead remake that Zack Snyder made. Here's the real Dawn of the Dead. Oh, these are all D movies down here. Somehow the original alphabetizing worked down here. Here's Death Kappa. Django Unchained. Here's Dread, which is really good. Here's District 9. Circle of Iron, Bullet, final season of Breaking Bad, Dirty Dozen, one of the last, when George Romero was cranking out a bunch of Living Dead movies when he got to be really old. Diary of the Dead was not very good. Here's Boy and His Dog, a Harlan Ellison movie. Here's Skyfall, which is James Bond. That should go up here with the James Bond. Let's move these Monster Highs down. Then put this with the James Bond. Skyfall was before Spectre, because I didn't see Spectre in the theater because I'd read that it was bad, and so I bought it on disc. Bonnie and Clyde. This is a special edition with a book. Here's Cleopatra, the Elizabeth Taylor version. What is this? Oh, this is a History Channel thing, Clash of the Gods. It's a Blues Brothers theatrical and extended version. And there was a Blues Brothers up on the top shelf too. I must have several versions. The Man with the Iron Fist, and I don't know, The Young Messiah. I guess I never watched that. What? Son of God. Never took it out. I guess this is a more like a modern. There's Baby Driver. This was a kind of a cool movie. Then right after that, I discovered how evil this guy is, Kevin Spacey. It's probably on the Epstein Island flight logs. Here's Clash of the Titans. This was good. It's I don't think they'll ever make a sequel because it didn't do well, but it's Battle Angel Alita, based on the Japanese comic books. When you call them Japanese comic books, it makes people mad because they want them to be called manga. And what really makes them mad if you say Japanese cartoons instead of anime, and so I call them Japanese cartoons. Here's Force 10 from Neveron. This is Frankenstein. This has got Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, Ghost of Frankenstein, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, and Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. Wow. And I bought this piece of yes. I think it came because we had that subscription to Disney movies. It's Shang-Chi, but they tell you in the movie you're supposed to pronounce it Shang-Chi. But all the kids that I knew in the 70s when this comic book came out called it Shang-Chi. You should think of Shanghai and, so whatever. Here's River of No Return. It's another Marilyn Monroe movie. Where did I put the other one? I'll put it over here for my wife. Sure enough. It's Charlotte's Web, the CGI one, as opposed to the cartoon from the early 70s. Batman Under the Red Hood. I have several versions of Ghost World. This one is a fancy edition that I've still never opened, even though it's one of my favorite movies of all time, and that makes no sense why I haven't done that. Look, it's King Kong, the real King Kong. The Eagle, about Roman centurions. Oh man, I forgot I had Jackson 5, the whole cartoon on Blu-ray. Now I got to get the Osmonds, and I'll have the whole experience of being a kid in Saturday morning in 1971. Here's more Betty Boop, but what? I guess let me move Mad Max Fury Road down here, and I'll put Betty Boop with her other Betty Boop discs. Here's Conan the Destroyer. Conan the Barbarian was the good one. This is the one that played in theaters when I was working in a movie theater, the Lowe's Theater in Arlington, Texas, when this was playing in the summer of '84. Wall-E. So I have untold memories of this movie, because I'd always have to clean the theater, after, and seat people in the theater right before. This is Kong Skull Island, and this was pretty fun. This is the one, yeah. Did the new King Kong versus Godzilla even come out yet? Skull Island's the one no, this was the first King. How did it, there was a new King Kong versus Godzilla. No, I guess I don't remember, man. What was the movie where he was like falling through other dimensions? I can't my mind is gone. What have they done to us with this pandemic? It seems like Kong Skull Island was the first one, and then they had a King Kong versus Godzilla remake. I still don't understand the scale, how they did the scale, because Godzilla is like gigantic and King Kong is like less than 40 feet tall. Here's The Raven. I've never seen it, with John Cusack playing Edgar Allan Poe. Here's Sleeping Beauty. Fantasia with some new Fantasia 2000. This is one of the worst things I've ever seen. Veronica, it's Glenn Danzig. No offense, Glenn Danzig, if you're watching this. My wife's a big fan of Glenn Danzig. I mean, she didn't like the movie either, but she doesn't. She's like, well, what if Glenn Danzig watches your show? He's into comic books. You don't insult. Like, I'm sorry, the movie was not good. I'm not knocking his music. That's Stand By Me. This is Free Fire. This is one of those parodies. Walk Hard. Elvis, Viva Las Vegas, and then Pinocchio. And that's this whole shelf here. It's set for Peter Pan and Lady and the Tramp and Outrage, The Way of the Yakuza. Wonderful. Here's the other James Bond. Oh, okay. Goldfinger, Casino Royale. Here's a documentary about Big Star, the band. It's the Sore Losers, Mike McCarthy movie. Oh man. Bunch of Astro Boy. More Betty Boop. Bunch of other stuff. What is this here? Oh, there's some good stuff down here. Here's the Tiger Woman cereal. There's a lot of this is my wife's collection of stuff. Oh, here's another Marilyn Monroe. What is this? I guess it's a documentary about Marilyn Monroe. I'll put it over here. Here's Killer Barbies. And then there's a sequel. They're a real band. I think they're an Italian band with a German singer. And here's Killer Barbies versus Dracula. It's like a real band that stars in these horror movies. Oh, these are DVDs here. Here's Strange Brew. I remember seeing that movie in the theater when Bob and Doug McKenzie were a big deal. There's so much stuff I've never taken out of the shrink wrap. Here's the complete third season of Have Gun Will Travel. Are you guys bad about that too? Having a bunch of stuff still in the shrink wrap? This is a something weird box of Beauties and Beasts. It's all